The Tesla Cybertruck, with its interesting design, offered a surprise in the first independent aerodynamic performance simulation test. When Tesla unveiled the Cybertruck, a hologram at the beginning of the unveiling called the truck the greatest evolution in vehicular fashion and function. However, some are questioning both those assertions. Polarizing has been the most common term for the vehicle's design. Elon Musk has been enthusiastic about his Blade Runner-inspired design for months, but everyone was still surprised how futuristic he went with this one and believe it may shatter his dreams. The body's design was heavily driven by two important factors: a dire need to be different and a dire need to be cost-efficient in manufacturing. These two constraints automatically lead to a simple solution: a radical design that can be manufactured cheaply. The simple plate-like design where the material can be stamped using machine is a great bonus in saving costs. The ultra-hard 30x steel is extremely hard to press, let alone bend. Even bending it requires a deep score, making the whole process arduous. But that also means to ensure that the planar areas don't buckle under compression, they have to be thicker. Thus, this will add to the overall weight. The need to counter this weight is what has led to that pointy top end of the car, which seems to be freaking out everybody. In physics, while learning about structures and force distributions, one of the most common things we learn is that triangles are fantastic weight distributors across any system. This is the fundamental principle behind this design too. The top pointy end is one corner of the triangle and one side of the triangle is the windshield segment, the other being the one that leads to the rear end, and the other side being the base of the truck itself. The most common application of the triangular distribution of forces around us in the physical world in a large scale are truss bridges, which are very common. The design of a car, even when it's so uniquely daring it brings a futuristic sci-fi film prop to mind, is more than its outer appearance, however. The Cybertruck is made of thick stainless steel, which is an interesting choice for a couple of reasons. Besides the most obvious one, which is that it makes the car look like Robocop's vehicle of choice. There are two striking features that give the car its completely outworldly look. When we consider the side profile of the car, no curves, just straight lines. Vertical at the nose, inclined upward at the front half, gently inclined downward at the rear. There's clearly flow separation at the front, but that air is being pushed back onto the hood and front windshield shortly after. There is hardly any separation at the sharp angle at the rooftop. Much depends on the local rounds they will apply at these edges. That means that there is quite a good pressure recovery. Air is pushed away at the front, creating drag, but it contracts nicely at the second half of the roof, pushing down on the rear window. This pushes the car forward like a wedge, counteracting some of that force acting on the front. But 2D slices through the center don't show the full story. Not all the air goes nicely on top of the roof. Rather, part of it curves around the A-pillar, the edge between front and side windshield, and then curves back up around the roofline to join the center flow. This creates vortices, which in turn create drag on the car. Other than that, those large open-wheel arches and fenders aren't doing the car any aerodynamic favors. Although they could be helpful in making the air jump across the rotating wheels, which generally act like air mixers, they generate quite a lot of drag of their own as well. But Tesla also thought that it could make a pickup truck that is more aerodynamic with this novel design. Pickup truck designs are, for the most part, extremely similar and generally have a bad drag coefficient between 0.55 and 0.65 CD. Now, a new study of the Tesla Cybertruck's aerodynamic performance shows that the electric pickup truck has a drag coefficient of about 0.39 CD. Alex Lazaro-Pratt, engineer for Numeric Systems, used the company's aerodynamic simulation technology to produce the study that they released on LinkedIn. The engineer shared the positive aspects of the design from his study. Contrary to what many people would think, the sharp edge of the roof does not produce a big detachment. It is true that the float is not attached, but in fact the air follows down the slope quite seamlessly. The boundary layer does not substantially grow. This is quite remarkable and a big aerodynamic advantage compared to other pickup trucks. Moreover, the diffuser makes a substantial effect in the center of the vehicle's rear end. It creates suction and reduces the wake. However, he also saw plenty of room for improvement. On the other side, our results show clear turbulent structures created by the front edge, which connects the bumper and the bonnet, the vertical edge right behind the front lights, the wheel arches, protectors slashed surrounding edgy geometry, the rim styling and the geometry of the A-pillar and C-pillar. The generation of the turbulent structures is caused by the sharpness of these edges. These geometrical features increase the drag of the vehicle. which ultimately reduced the range of the Cybertruck. Furthermore, due to the sharp rear end, the flow instantly detaches and creates a considerably big low-energy area, wake, mostly noticeable behind the top and side rear end edges. It's important to note that numeric systems don't have the final geometry of the Cybertruck, and therefore, it shouldn't be completely representative of the final product. There are factors like the lack of side mirrors that we don't know if or how will be implemented in the production version of the truck next year. Elon Musk has previously hinted that Tesla might deliver the truck with removable side mirrors. Musk has also said that he believes that Tesla could manage to bring the Cybertruck CD down to 0.30 with some improvements, which would be amazing for a pickup truck of this size. Tesla is expected to soon unveil the production version of the Cybertruck, which is now finally set to go into production in mid-2023 after many delays. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe.